You ever notice how life feels late? Like you're always behind. Behind where you thought you'd be. Behind everyone else. Scrolling through your phone at night, watching people your age, living the life you imagined for yourself. And you ask a quiet question you never say out loud. What's wrong with me? Not dramatically, not loudly, just honestly. You did what you were supposed to do. You tried, you worked, you waited, but nothing arrived. No breakthrough, no clear sign, no moment where everything finally made sense. Just silence. And that silence started to feel personal. At first, you told yourself to stay patient. Everyone says that. So you waited. Then, patience slowly turned into doubt. You began waking up tired, not from work, but from thinking. Thinking about time, about age, about missed chances. You watched years move forward while your life felt stuck in the same place. And the hardest part wasn't failing. It was feeling like you were failing late. Late to success. Late to happiness. Late to becoming who you thought you should be by now. Loneliness crept in quietly. Not the kind where you're alone in a room, but the kind where you're surrounded by people and still feel unseen. You laughed when expected, nodded at conversations, posted pictures that looked like progress, but inside there was a pressure, a heavy one. The pressure of watching time move forward while you stayed still. And slowly, a dangerous thought formed. Maybe my time already passed. That thought is heavier than failure, because failure still believes in tomorrow. But that thought, it convinces you to stop trying. So, you did. Not completely, just enough to survive. You stopped dreaming loudly, stopped expecting much, stopped trusting yourself. You told yourself you were being realistic, but deep down, you were protecting yourself from disappointment. Then one ordinary moment changed everything. Not a miracle, not a success story, just a moment of honesty. You realized something painful. You weren't behind life. You were fighting life's timing. You were comparing your unfinished chapter to someone else's highlight. You were rushing a version of yourself that hadn't been built yet. And suddenly, it made sense why everything felt heavy. You were trying to arrive somewhere before you were ready to stay there. Think about it. Some lessons can't be learned early. Some strength only comes from waiting. Some clarity is born from confusion. You weren't being delayed. You were being prepared. Prepared for responsibility you couldn't handle before. Prepared for success that would have broken you earlier. Prepared for a life you wouldn't have respected without first understanding struggle. That's when discipline entered quietly. Not motivation, not excitement. Discipline. You stopped asking, "When will my time come?" and started asking, "What can I build today?" You focused on small actions, small habits, small promises kept to yourself. No audience, no applause, just progress that felt invisible but real. And slowly, something shifted. Not your circumstances. You. You became calmer, more grounded, less desperate. You stopped chasing timelines and started respecting growth. You learned that life isn't late, it's exact. Exact in teaching you patience, exact in humbling your ego, exact in shaping your character. What felt like waiting was actually becoming. And here's the truth most people never accept. If your life hasn't made sense yet, it's because you're still in the middle, not the end. The middle is messy, unclear, lonely, but it's also where strength is formed. One day you'll look back at this phase and realize something quietly powerful. If things had happened sooner, you wouldn't have survived them. If success came earlier, you wouldn't have valued it. If clarity arrived instantly, you wouldn't have grown. Your timing didn't fail you. It protected you. So if you're watching this right now feeling late, lost, or behind, understand this. You're not behind. You're becoming. And life will move when you are ready to stand where it takes you. Until then, trust the timing. It knows something you don't.